There's an urgent truth you need to hear today. Your parents hid a profound reality from you, not because they wanted to, but because they didn't know themselves. That feeling you've had since childhood that something important was missing. The sense that you're somehow different, that you should be capable of more. These aren't random thoughts. They're echoes of your true nature trying to break through. Ancient wisdom about human potential has been systematically hidden for generations, and this missing knowledge explains why you've always felt somehow disconnected from the world around you. The strange experiences you've dismissed, the unexplained, knowing you sometimes feel, these are glimpses of what's been hidden from you. The fact that you found this message today is no coincidence. This divine timing means you're ready to reclaim what was taken from you before you were even born. Your true spiritual heritage and abilities. Your parents weren't trying to harm you by hiding this reality. They were simply passing down the limited worldview that was given to them. For centuries, society has systematically concealed spiritual truths from each generation. This hidden knowledge affects everything: your relationships, career path, health struggles, and most importantly, your sense of purpose. Without understanding your complete nature, you've been operating at a fraction of your true potential. The consequences of this hidden reality impact every area of your life. Those recurring problems that never seem to resolve, the relationships that follow painful patterns, the success that comes close but remains just out of reach, all connect back to this missing knowledge about who you really are. There's an urgency to reclaiming this knowledge now. The energy shift happening on our planet is accelerating, creating a limited window for awakening to these truths. Those in power have always known that certain individuals, like you, possess special energy and abilities that could transform everything if fully activated. This is precisely why these abilities were systematically suppressed. You've felt different, because you are different. The unexplained sensitivities, the strong intuitive hits, the deep knowing, these aren't imaginary. They're your natural abilities trying to reawaken despite generations of suppression. Think about the unexplained experiences you've had throughout your life. Those moments of knowing who was calling before answering the phone. Dreams that revealed events before they happened. The times you felt someone's emotions without them saying a word. Society trained you to dismiss these as coincidences, but they were actually evidence of your suppressed spiritual reality. Remember when, as a child, you spoke about seeing energies or presences that adults couldn't see? How quickly were you taught that these perceptions weren't real? This systematic dismissal of your natural perceptions wasn't accidental. It was part of conditioning you to ignore your expanded awareness. Notice how uncomfortable certain authorities become when these topics are mentioned. Their dismissal often comes with unusual emotional intensity, because maintaining this veil of ignorance protects established power structures. The physical evidence exists worldwide. Ancient civilizations left extensive records of human spiritual abilities now dismissed as myths. Cave paintings, temple inscriptions, and artifacts across continents tell the same story of human capabilities far beyond what we're taught is possible. Why are these consistent cross-cultural accounts so quickly labeled as superstition rather than history? Throughout history, those who rediscovered these abilities were systematically silenced. The burning of libraries, persecution of wisdom keepers, and rewriting of spiritual texts created our collective amnesia. Yet despite these efforts, the truth continues resurfacing because it's encoded within you. Your own body holds evidence. Those goosebumps when encountering truth. The physical resonance with certain frequencies. The energy sensations in your hands or chest during emotional moments. These physical responses are your body remembering what your mind was conditioned to forget. The reality your parents couldn't share is this: humans are multidimensional beings with consciousness that extends far beyond physical limitations. Your true nature includes access to higher awareness, energy perception, and intuitive abilities that modern society has systematically trained you to ignore. You are not merely a physical body with occasional spiritual experiences. You are a spiritual consciousness having a temporary physical experience. Ancient cultures understood that humans naturally perceive energy fields, communicate non-verbally, access information beyond time, space limitations, and influence physical reality through consciousness. These weren't considered supernatural abilities, but natural human capacities. Egyptian, Mayan, Tibetan, and indigenous traditions worldwide developed sophisticated methods for working with these abilities. Their architectural and astronomical achievements, which still baffle modern engineers, were created through these expanded perceptions. The actual capabilities of your mind extend far beyond the limited 5% conscious awareness taught in schools. Quantum physics now confirms what ancient traditions always knew. Consciousness affects physical reality. Time is not linear, and everything is energetically connected. These aren't fringe theories, but conclusions from leading-edge science that rarely reach mainstream awareness. This hidden reality explains those moments when you've inexplicably known things you shouldn't know, felt drawn to certain places or people without logical reason, or experienced time seeming to slow or speed up. These weren't anomalies, but glimpses of your natural perception breaking through conditioned limitations. Your dream life isn't mere brain processing, but your consciousness, operating in different dimensions while your body rests. The symbolic guidance and knowing you receive during sleep is your higher awareness, communicating through imagery your conscious mind can interpret. Most importantly, you are not separate from creation, but an integral part of it, with the same creative force flowing through you that forms stars and planets. This connectedness, which you sometimes feel in moments of awe or deep peace, is your natural state, not a rare spiritual experience. Why would such empowering knowledge be hidden? Across generations? Simply put, awakened humans are ungovernable through fear. Those with access to their full spiritual capabilities cannot be controlled through limited beliefs about scarcity, separation, and powerlessness that drive our economic and social systems. Throughout history, power structures have depended on spiritual amnesia. When people believe they are limited beings dependent on external authorities for protection and salvation, they willingly give away their power, resources, and freedom. A population that rediscovers its inherent connection to universal intelligence no longer blindly follows systems that harm collective well-being. The suppression intensified during specific historical periods. Ancient mystery schools that preserved this knowledge were systematically destroyed. Medieval witch hunts targeted not evil practitioners, but mostly women who maintained natural healing and intuitive practices. The scientific revolution, while advancing material understanding, deliberately severed science from spiritual wisdom, labeling subjective experience as invalid compared to external observation. Educational systems were specifically designed to train compliance and linear logical thinking while discouraging intuitive knowing. Notice how schools reward memorization over creativity, external authority over inner wisdom, and logical analysis over intuitive synthesis. These weren't random educational choices but deliberate formatting of consciousness. Your parents perpetuated this limited worldview because they themselves were conditioned to dismiss their own expanded experiences. When they taught you to focus only on the physical world, they were passing down their conditioning, not maliciously, hiding truth but unconsciously reinforcing their own spiritual amnesia. The ultimate reason for hiding these truths was fear. Fear that awakened humans would no longer participate in systems built on exploitation and artificial scarcity. Despite generations of suppression, a massive awakening is occurring globally. You're likely experiencing signs of this reawakening yourself. The veil hiding your true nature is thinning, and evidence of this shift appears in your daily life. Have you noticed increased sensitivity recently? Finding crowds overwhelming, feeling others' emotions more intensely, or reacting strongly to negativity in news and media? These aren't signs of weakness, but your expanding awareness breaking through conditioned boundaries. Physical symptoms often accompany this awakening. Sleep pattern changes, vibrating sensations in your body, ringing in your ears, sudden temperature shifts, or unusual energy movements during meditation or rest. Medical tests find nothing wrong because these aren't illnesses, but energetic recalibrations. Synchronicities increase during awakening, meaningful coincidences, repeated number patterns, and chance encounters that seem orchestrated. These aren't random but feedback from an intelligent universe confirming your expanding awareness. Your dreams become more vivid, meaningful, and memorable as the barrier between conscious and unconscious awareness thins. Information comes through that your conscious mind couldn't possibly know. Time perception shifts. Hours pass in what feels like minutes, or moments stretch into eternity. This happens because you're beginning to experience consciousness beyond linear time. Most importantly, you feel increasingly drawn to understanding your purpose, questioning lifelong beliefs, and seeking deeper meaning. Classic signs that your soul is reawakening to its true nature. Reclaiming your spiritual heritage requires practical daily actions that strengthen your natural abilities. Begin with 5 minutes of mindful silence each morning. During this time, simply observe your thoughts without judgment. This basic practice starts rebuilding neural pathways that support expanded awareness. Strengthen your intuition by consciously consulting it before logical analysis. When facing decisions, first ask yourself what you intuitively feel, then compare with logical considerations. Record these intuitive impressions to track their accuracy, which builds trust in this natural guidance system. Energetic sensitivity improves through conscious attention. Several times daily, pause to sense the energy in your hands. Rub them. Together, separate slightly, and feel the subtle sensations between them. This simple practice reawakens your natural energy perception. Dreams provide direct access to higher consciousness. Keep a dream journal by your bed and record impressions immediately upon waking. Watch for recurring symbols and guidance. Even fragments contain valuable insights when you value this communication channel. Connect with natural environments regularly. Ancient wisdom keepers understood that natural settings, free from electromagnetic interference and artificial energies, allow expanded perception to activate more easily. Forests, mountains, and water sources are particularly powerful for reawakening spiritual senses. Pay attention to physical sensations during important conversations or decisions. Your body instantly processes energetic information that your conscious mind might miss. Those gut feelings, heart resonance, or throat tightness are your body's wisdom communicating. You'll know these practices are working when synchronicities increase. Your dreaming becomes more conscious. Intuitive hits prove accurate, and you sense energies more clearly. You'll experience moments of profound connection and knowing that confirm your expanding awareness. The community of awakening individuals grows daily. Finding others on this journey provides crucial support as you reclaim abilities that mainstream society still dismisses. As you integrate this hidden knowledge and reawaken your spiritual abilities, your experience of reality transforms profoundly. Relationships evolve as you perceive the unspoken emotional and energetic exchanges happening beneath surface conversations. You'll naturally draw in connections that support your authentic self, while outgrowing those based on limitation or mutual unconsciousness. Your approach to work shifts from pursuing external validation to expressing your unique gifts. Many find themselves called to entirely new vocations that align with their awakened purpose. Others transform their current work by bringing expanded awareness to it, finding deeper meaning and unexpected opportunities. Physical health improves as you recognize the energetic components of well-being. Chronic conditions often ease when you address their emotional and spiritual dimensions alongside physical treatments. Your body becomes a trusted ally, rather than a mysterious source of problems. Decision-making becomes clearer and more confident when you balance intuitive knowing with logical analysis. The paralyzing overthinking that plagues so many dissolves when you trust your multidimensional guidance system. Life's challenges don't disappear but transform into meaningful growth opportunities rather than random obstacles. You recognize the patterns and purposes behind difficulties that previously seemed senseless. Most importantly, the nagging emptiness that persisted despite external achievements finally resolves. The search for something missing ends because you've reconnected with your true nature, the spiritual wholeness that was always your birthright. The time to reclaim your spiritual heritage is now. Begin today with the simple practices shared here. 5 minutes of mindful silence, conscious attention to your intuitive impressions, and reconnection with natural environments. These small steps initiate powerful shifts in consciousness. You're not alone in this awakening. Millions worldwide are remembering their true nature, despite generations of suppression. Your awakening contributes to this global shift in human consciousness. Show your appreciation for these revelations by giving super thanks up to $20. This energy exchange supports continued sharing of this awakening knowledge with others who are ready to remember. Trust that you were guided to this message at precisely the right moment. Your spiritual reawakening begins now.